All right, Unstoppables, what's up? We are live. We're live in the Unstoppables. We are live on LinkedIn and we are live on YouTube as well. I'm really excited. Look, guys, I promised that I would tag everyone that was interested and part of the Unstoppables group. So I'm gonna wait for a few seconds while my team tags everyone that wanted to be part of the training. And in the meantime, I'm gonna make sure that I've got all the screens in front of me. Since I'm gonna be sharing my screen, I'm not gonna be able to see your comments, guys, unless I have a second screen, which I have it in this side here. This is why you'll see me looking at the other side. I just wanna make sure that you guys, if you ask any question, I'm able to see the comments and I'm able to respond to everyone, because it's gonna be a training that's gonna go for about 1 hour, and I promise you will get at the end of the training something really, really, really cool that you can take home and you can use to grow your coaching business. Let me see if it's all here. Okay, I can see. So let me set it all up. Let's make sure that my team is tagging everyone here. All right. I would like to see some interaction going on here. I would like to see you guys. If you're watching live, please give me some hearts, give me some love. If you're watching on LinkedIn or if you're watching on Facebook, and I'll get started in a minute. Cool. Okay. Hi guys, if you're watching, please type down below the video, type in the comments, let me know that you're here so I know that you're watching. So far, I don't see any comments. I can see some people are watching. So it would be awesome if you could smash this love button. So, okay. So I know that you're here. Okay, let me see. Okay. We got Calimera. Yeah, this is one of the first words that I've actually learned here. Oh, we got Steve Ortiz, what's up? Tiene ilusión ver de que chat. Monica on LinkedIn. We got Facebook user. I don't know who's commenting on Facebook because I can't really see the names. Let me make sure that I get this right. There might be a lot of people watching from different platforms. I just want to make sure that everyone's happy and everyone... How do I see the comments here? My gosh, sorry guys. It's gonna take just a minute for me to get all this sorted. And okay, there we go. Now I can see the comments. We got Alex, we got Nadej, we got Amy, Andrea, Ben, Donna. This is epic. Thank you guys. All right, so I'll get started. Okay. Look, I'm gonna share my screen. This is a new setting for me. This is a new setting for me, so be patient because it might take a little, like just a second to get it right. So now you see that I'm sharing my screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get started right away. This live, it's gonna be, I'm gonna keep this in the group. I'm gonna keep that also on LinkedIn, and it's gonna be also on YouTube. On the description, you get a link to my LinkedIn profile. And at the end of the presentation, I promise that you know why this link is there. So the first thing that I want to explain is the organic six-figure method. This is the same system that I've been using since I started my business online. And I call this the organic six-figure method because it's organic, pretty obvious, right? And because it's the system that I use to create my multi-six-figure business. Actually, I've been able to close in sales around $1 million in 2 years. And I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I've never shared that here before. I just shared this system in some of the masterclasses, in some of the masterminds but never here in the Unstoppables, never on LinkedIn, never on Facebook, and never on YouTube. So let's get started. This is, in a nutshell, how it looks like the system that I'm using, okay? And the first thing that you'll be working on, and that we need to work on, is on a brand. This brand will have your message, will have your voice, will have your content. This is not a website, it's not a logo, it is not a fancy business cards or anything of this sort. Your brand is your voice, is how you talk, is how you behave, is the kind of content that you put, your story, everything that you put online, your message. Your brand is your message. And you want to create a brand that it talks directly to your audience. Why is that? Well, because if you decide that your market is, cardboard manufacturers, which is the case of Esteve, who's watching on LinkedIn, you need to create a brand that's going to get the attention of these people. If your clients are pregnant women and you're a coach that you're helping pregnant women stay fit, you need to create a brand that it resonates with your audience. So your brand and your audience, they always go hand by hand. So they go together. That means that you don't build a brand without knowing who's your audience, without knowing who's your niche. You need to start building your brand when you get clarity on who's your niche. Guys, I'm seeing your comments here. So thanks for watching and thanks for tuning in. If you have any question, if I speak too fast, if my Spanish accent is too sexy, please let me know, because I'll just stop and I'll explain everything, okay? I'm gonna make myself available for the following hour. So take advantage of that. I'm very crazy busy these days. By the way, I'm shooting this video from Cyprus. I just moved to Cyprus last week. And I know that I speak really fast and I make some grammar and spelling mistakes, if that's something you can do when you speak. So feel free to let me know. By the way, can you make sure that you smash the heart button so I see all this love coming out? Because I like it. I like seeing the love when people are watching, and I don't see any of that. This is really cool. This is actually translating, writing the captions. That's an automatic function. I guess that it's gonna get everything wrong because automatic translators don't understand my accent. Anyway, once you have an audience and your brand is spot on, yeah, I see the love coming in. Now I'm happy. Thank you, Ben. You are the best, Andrea. Thanks. Once you have your brand set up, once you understand who's your audience and you start building this audience, what you want to do is to influence them. Influencing people, it doesn't mean using shady techniques or strategies to get them on board. What it means is, Ben, thanks, man. I love you too. What it means influencing your audience is creating content, is putting out there a message that is going to resonate with them so they understand who you are and they go through the know, like, and trust factor fast, okay? In the online space, no one's gonna buy from you unless they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Unless you're selling stuff on Amazon or stuff like that, which is not the case, because what we are offering is services to people who might end up buying from us. But we want to do that in a way that it's not pushy, that it's not salesy, and that we don't need to do crazy stuff and bothering people all day long. We need them to understand that they need to work with us, okay? If you're spamming people sending links, stop doing that right away because it doesn't work. And now the next thing that you need to master is conversion, because you want to have a big audience. You want to have a big audience that is actually warm up to you, and then you want to convert them. Because unless you convert this audience, unless you learn how to convert them, I promise you're going to make no money. And I see a lot of influencers, a lot of people with huge engagement, and they broke, they don't make any money. And then when you know how to convert them, you want to get results. Now, you're thinking, oh yeah, this is my results. Now, your focus needs to be on your clients' results. Because what's going to happen is, if you focus on getting results, if you focus on getting sales, if you focus on making money, your own money, you are not going to have a business. It's not going to be an ethical business. It's not going to be a sustainable business. If your shit is not right, if your clients are not getting results, I promise you will get no results either. Because how many things you can sell if they not work? How many people are going to buy into your coaching program if your coaching program is not helping people? How many people are going to pay for your consulting services if they don't work? Well, you might lie and you might get some people on board, but if they don't get results, you're not going to get more people. When you have these 5 pieces together and well aligned, then you're going to start getting momentum. And I see a lot of people that say, oh, no, I'm really good at sales. I'm fine with sales. Yeah, right. But if you're good at sales or at converting people, and you're not really good at influencing people and getting people through your know, like, and trust, guess what? You're not going to sell anything. If you're good at sales, but your stuff doesn't work, yeah, you're going to sell a few, but not many. Cool. So this is a summary of the method. Okay. I'm going pretty fast because there's a lot of stuff on this training. Please smash the heart button, so I know that you're watching and that you're not sleeping. It is what time it is? Oh, it's 6. It's 6:15 in Cyprus. I'm in Eastern time now, European Eastern time. Okay. So before we move forwards, and I know that there's a little bit of delay between the time that I say something and the time that you see it on Facebook, because I've got my screen here on Facebook and I've got my computer screen here. And I know it takes a little while, but what I want to explain is something that I call the 3-step model. And now this, just me saying these words would mean that you're going to smash the like, the love, the wow button. So I know that you're paying attention and you're excited about knowing what the 3-step model is. I promise this is going to blow your mind. So this is the 3-step model, okay? And the way it works, I've been in the online space for long enough to understand that some people join. Now I see it. Now I see them coming. I've seen enough people to understand that there is something that some people have, or some people find, and something that people never find. And this is the difference between the ones that make it and crush it out of the park and the ones that never make any money. So what it is, there's 3 parts, okay? The first one is your niche. And this is an example of your niche. And I would like you guys to guess. This is a niche, okay? This is a group of people that they have one big problem. They might have some more problems, but they have one main big problem, which in this case, it is that they're thirsty. If they don't find something to drink soon, they will die. They have a big problem. So this is the first part of the 3-step model. Then this is you, right? You're looking at these people and you got the solution because you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a service provider. You have a product or service that is going to change people's lives. It's going to save people, which are here, this niche. But what happens? Nothing happens at this stage of the game because there's no communication. Your brand is not there. You got a niche, you got your product, you got your service, but you don't have a brand. You don't have a message. You don't have a communication. It's broken. And since it's broken, your niche doesn't know what you can do for them. And this is one of the biggest problems that entrepreneurs have. They have amazing products, they have amazing services, but they have no idea how to market, no idea how to write content, no idea where to put their marketing efforts, or how to create a message that it resonates. So guess what? Now, the third part of the 3-step model is your message. And guess what? When you put a message like that in front of someone who's fucking dying for a sip of water, and they see that, guess what? You're getting their attention because, well, they need to drink, they need that, or they'll die. So there's 2 kinds of entrepreneurs. There's 2 kinds of people online. There's the people that don't get this and nothing happens. And then there's people that at some point of the game, and it might happen sooner, it might happen later, it doesn't matter. It ends up happening if you pursue it for long enough. And when you get that, this is like the perfect a graphic example of what happens. It is like magic. It's some kind of explosion, because these businesses go from being no one and being nothing to freaking explode. And it's very interesting, because the people that get these 3 submodal rights, as soon as they get it, you see that crazy things start happening. Now, guys, let me know in the comments if it's all good, if you understand the concept, and if you have any questions, because I see some love here coming up, but I don't really see any questions or any comments. So let me know if you're watching, and let me know if you have any questions, because now I'm gonna go one by one through these 5 steps. And yeah, I like that. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate you, brother. So I'm gonna go one by one, and I'm gonna explain them. And each one of these parts is gonna have a little extra training that I'm gonna make available for you at the end of the presentation. So keep watching, okay? Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate your comments, man. I appreciate your support. You're fucking awesome. So the first thing is your brand, okay? A personal brand, it is something that it's gonna be talking directly to your audience. It's not something that's gonna resonate with your audience. The audience are gonna resonate with you. Again, it's not a logo. If you're spending thousands of dollars with logos, websites, and shit like that, I mean, you forget about it. I made my first 6 figures without having a website, and I barely had a Facebook profile. And I didn't have funnels. I didn't pay for Facebook ads. I had nothing of this fancy shit. And people think that you need to have 15 certifications. I mean, you need to have a super well done website and funnels and all this crazy shit. And it's stupid. It doesn't work. All right. Your personal brand is you, your content, your voice, your story, your journey. And you need to know how to share it. You need to put it in a way that you become the authority and you stand out from the crowd, because the online space was a crazy, crazy place before COVID. But now what happens? That since COVID started, guess what? There is a 58% more people online. And people spend online around 40% more time. Because why? Because we're fucking bored at home. We're stuck at home. We can't go anywhere. Some people work from home. Some people need to work remotely. And guess what? They have more time to jump online. And the ones that don't have a job, they see the online space as an opportunity to make money quick, which is stupid as well. If you want to make money, you need to work hard. But anyway, it is now, especially in 2021, more important than ever that you become the authority and you stand out from the crowd, because like only on Facebook, there's 2.7 billion active users every month. Thanks, Jesse, for cranking this love button, man. Hey, I don't see any more love coming up. Come on, guys. Be playful out. Don't let me do all the work. Cool. Now, especially on LinkedIn, because this is I'm gonna focus on LinkedIn, okay? This is the LinkedIn profile optimization checklist that I use myself, and I also give to my clients so they understand really well how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile, it's the best landing page that you can get. It is free, and it gives you all the tools that you might need to make yourself stand out from the crowd. Not only that, but you're gonna have a lot of people that go on LinkedIn to actually find people that are doing what you're doing, that are offering the services that you are offering. Let me get rid of this piece of, yeah, cool, great. So I'm gonna show you that, and I'm not gonna go super in detail, because this by itself, it's got a training. This is, you see, I need to talk about myself all the time. Me. This is just an introduction about myself. This is something that I put in my trainings when I started getting them done. This comes with a video training. That means that there is a video that it's included in this PDF where I explain everything, how it's done, and how to optimize LinkedIn properly. But that's why I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, because I want to give as much value as I possibly can with as little time as I possibly can. For that reason, at the end, if you stick until the end, you will know exactly how to get all this training for free. and you can watch the training. So it's pointless for me explaining it twice. So this is your personal brand on LinkedIn, okay? Your LinkedIn profile is SEO sensitive. That means that the words that you use on your profile are going to have an impact on how many people find you online, not only on LinkedIn, but also on Google. Because if you Google my name, for example, on LinkedIn, on Google, you will see that one of the first results that you get is my LinkedIn profile. And guess what? If I'm helping CEOs increase their impact online, and there's a CEO finding someone who increases their impact, who helps them understand how social media works, they will Google some words and my profile will come up. And the same thing happens when you do a search on LinkedIn. And I've got examples of that in the training that you might be able to watch if you stick till the end and you ask me to send you the free content. Now, you have a different parts on your profile that are very, very, very important. Your headline needs to grab the attention of your audience, to grab the attention of potential clients. This is why I always use these emojis, like some emojis, because it's going to make you stand out when you have a list of 20 people and your eyes are going to get drawn by the profile that's got something different than everyone else. Again, I'm not going to go super in detail here, but you need to take care of your headline, the contact information, super important. Vanity URL, that means that you can optimize your URL, and you can use some words that are SEO sensitive as well, because the URLs are also SEO sensitive. I hope I'm not getting this wrong. If there's any SEO guru there, please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I believe, okay? And that's what I've been told to. Now, if you speak a second language, you can create two different profiles, one in your original language and another one with your second language. I have the same information in English in both profiles, but I just use these things so people in Spain or Spanish-speaking people understand that they can communicate with me in Spanish as well. Not that I want to work with people in Spain, but it's free. The About section, super important. Feel free to jump on my profile and have a read. You will see two different examples. This one, Donna says that I'm right about the SEO. Thanks, Donna. I appreciate that. So you guys are listening. Good stuff. So look, all the real estate that you got on your LinkedIn profile, take advantage of it. I see a lot of profiles that are empty, that they don't have information, that the About section is empty, the Experience section is empty. Use this space to talk about your story, talk about your results, talk about what you do, the people that you work with, all this stuff. And again, I'm not going to go in depth because you can watch the training video later on. Feel free to read what's in here, and you will see that now I updated my profile. I keep changing it because I'm not a rock, right? I'm not a dead thing. So I keep evolving, as you guys should. And what you do is, as you grow, your story will change, your results will change, your business will grow. So you want to keep this thing alive, okay? Now, featured section. I use this to put posts, and now you'll see different posts in my case, but I use that to put some testimonials from some of my clients. For example, Mita, she, after 4 months working together, she went from $9,000 a month average to averaging 100 and 150. She made like $200,000 in April. Actually, that was March. These are things that your audience, when they click on your profile, when they see who you are, they're gonna see right away. So you wanna engineer all the information in your profile in a way that it drives your point home. Okay. Ben says, how do you feel this in you? How do you feel this in if you are just starting out or don't have any results? Great questions, Ben. So one of the things that I teach my clients, and some of my clients, my coaches that are just getting started, what do you want to do is you want to start offering pro bono services. You want to work with people in exchange of testimonials. And of course, you're not going to be able to help someone make 6 figures in a month when you're just getting started, but you might help someone get smaller results. And success is built upon success. That means that little results, little testimonials are great to get started. And even if you reach out to someone and say, hey, I can help you to do that, to get this kind of result, and in exchange, would you give me a testimonial? Right. And then you create a post and you put it here. And this is what I teach to my clients. Donna says, I offered free work for awesome testimonials. Great, Donna, that's exactly what I say. And it's a great way to do it, because everyone's going to say yes if you want to work for them for free. And testimonials, it's really easy. Now, when it comes to your experience, guys, I don't want to see your profiles telling me that you were working in 2012 in McDonald's or things like that, okay? Use the 5 most relevant roles and put in these roles the information that is relevant to your audience. I worked in so many things. I worked in so many roles, but I'm not talking about the time that I was manufacturing tea in freaking Sydney, because it's not relevant. But I was manufacturing tea. I was manufacturing like batches of 1,000 liters of tea, but I was also doing the sales and the business development part of the business. So this is what I say, because who cares if I was cleaning the whole fucking factory? So that's it. Education, of course, prioritize the most relevant information again, use links in the top 3. And if you look at my profile, you will see that I have Tony Robbins Mastery University, I have a FIG, which is my coaching school, and something else that I can't remember, which are things that are gonna help me build trust with my audience, okay? So think always, when you're doing that, think about your audience. Now, licenses and certifications, of course, people like to see this stuff, and it's good to have like a full profile. So no, Jesse, there's no need to put your dishwasher job when you were 15, okay? If you were a drug dealer, as in my case, you can avoid these things. You can use it for your content, but you don't need to put it in LinkedIn. LinkedIn, in particular, it's a very, I would say, is the posh platform, okay? Because people there are a little bit fancy about the information that they like to read. So you need to be a little bit, understand the mindset of the people in the platform. And sorry, guys, from LinkedIn, I love you all, but this is the mindset, the general mindset that we have on LinkedIn. We like to see different information than the one that we see on Facebook or the one that we see on Instagram. Every platform is different. Hey, Lisa, awesome to see you. Cool. Then recommendations. Guys, this is one of the most important parts of your profile. This is social proof. Now, if you're watching, let me know. I know you buy in Amazon. I'm not going to ask if you buy in Amazon. Everyone buys in Amazon. But what product do you buy when you buy in Amazon? You don't buy the most expensive or the cheapest one. You buy the one that's got the best reviews, don't you? So this is social proof. This is why you need to have social proof. And it's really, and Ben, by the way, same here, okay? When I started, I didn't have any kind of recommendations. So what I did is ask to my co-workers and ex-managers, hey, can you give me a recommendation? Something genuine, please. Something that it's real, something that you feel it's true, and something that's genuine. Andrea says, is your account a business one? Yeah, on LinkedIn, there is no differentiation between business and personal accounts. That you can have your account and you can have your business page. Business pages, forget about them. Now, accomplishments. You can put here as much fluff as you want. It's always good to have a few things. Don't go crazy here. It's not the most important part of your profile. And yeah, so basically that's it. You can have, I have as well a section that, volunteer. I forgot about this one. Sorry, I just jumped a few steps. So licenses and certifications, please prioritize the 3 most relevant. Volunteer experience, for example, I'm part of Doctors Without Borders, and I'm having two kids in India that I'm sponsoring. I'm helping them and their families with food and shelter. So I put these things here because it shows that you're a human. It shows that you care about people apart from only yourself, okay? It shows that you're not just a selfish mofo, that the only thing they care about is their own results. Now, skills and endorsements. This is also important. you want to get endorsements, because the more endorsements you have, the better you will rank in the searches. So for example, if you and I have the same kind of qualifications, the same kind of profile, and we rank the same on LinkedIn, if I have more than 100 endorsements from people and you have less, my profile will show up earlier. So this is important. It's very easy to get. You just give recommendations to people, endorsements, and people will give them back to you, okay? Accomplishments, we've talked about that, and there's a little bit of explanation here. This is a lead magnet that I used in the past, so guys, you can book a call here when you watch this. Anyway, let's go back to the six-figure method. So any questions so far? Andrea says, I have lost all logos on my page. Any idea? No idea, Andrea. I should have to look more in depth into that, but I don't really know what might have happened. Any questions so far, guys? I'm gonna keep going, because since from the time I asked the question, since the time you reply, there's a little bit of a gap, but I'm seeing all your comments, as you can see. I'm acknowledging everyone. So let me know if you have any questions. Now, your audience. What happens with your audience? LinkedIn is the best platform ever to build a targeted audience, to build an audience of people who might be interested in your services, okay? And here, you don't want to have an audience of people who don't know who you are, who don't care about what you do, and who have no interest at all with what you can help them with. You want to create an audience of ideal clients, of people who might be your ideal clients. That means that everyone's going to become your client? No. Does it mean that if they don't become your client, you don't build a relationship? No. We want to build meaningful relationships, because your network is your net worth. And these people that they, you know, as soon as they realize that you're not a potential client right now, they ignore you, they block you, or they just don't talk to you anymore. And this is a mistake, because it is building this relationship, and people will know you, will warm up to you slowly. And some people will be in your network, will be a follower, will appreciate your content, and you will inspire them. And eventually they might become your client, or they might become a good relationship to have, because it's not all about money, okay? Sorry, so Donna say, you might be about to answer this, but how do you find your ideal clients on LinkedIn? Donna, yeah, I'm about to answer this. Give me a second. Now, how do you create good content? How do you understand your audience? What is the first thing you need to learn about your audience is understand their desires, their pains, and their fears. People buy because they move away from pain, or they move towards pleasure. What it means is people don't pay to spend time with you. People don't pay to coach with you. People don't pay to consult with you. People don't pay to see your face. Sorry, guys, your faces are gorgeous. I can see your faces here, but people are not paying for that. People pay because they want a result. They want a result, or they want to get out of pain, or they're scared about something. So you need to understand their pains, their desires, and their fears better than they do. And when you talk about this better than them, they will understand that you are the person they need to be working with. So for that, what we use is Sales Navigator. Here comes your answer, Donna. Sales Navigator is the most powerful tool that I've ever seen online to find your ideal clients. And I'm going to go really fast to show you that, because Sales Navigator, it's a whole world, okay? So if you go on LinkedIn, you will see that you can access Sales Navigator. And this is not a free service, but if you are serious about making business online, on LinkedIn especially, you definitely want to pay for that. It is about $70-something a month, and it's worth every single penny. Now, Ben says they pay to have the results, you can get them. Absolutely, man. People pay for results. People don't pay for anything else. So now, this is Sales Navigator. What you can do in Sales Navigator, let's say that you work with CEOs, okay? Let's pick an easy example. So what we will do is we will look here, and then you're gonna get, so on LinkedIn, if you use the keyword CEO, you get 8 million results, okay? You don't want a search that's got 8 million results. You need to reduce the search. To start with, you want to go to people who have posted, see, my English goes funny sometimes, who have posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. Why? Because these people are active. And why would you be trying to build a relationship with someone who's not even on the platform? You know, there's a lot of profiles that people don't use, or they use it once in a while. So you want to definitely find these ones here. Now, all these filters here, this is the best thing after sliced bread, okay? Let's say that you want people who have this keyword. Remember the keywords we were talking about before? That's where we're going to use them. CEO, okay? Because let's say that you're helping CEOs to scale online or to make more impact and therefore make more income for the companies. This is crazy, it says Jesse. Now, CEO, okay, let's say, look, I'm in Cyprus now, so I want to find people in Cyprus. Awesome. I'm just gonna make it up because I'm not working with people in Cyprus, but okay, Donna says, just on LinkedIn now, if you don't have the paid version, you can get a 1 month free trial. Yeah, right, Donna. When you sign up for Sales Navigator, you get 1 month for free. That means that you can try before you buy. But I promise, if you try, you want to buy. Now, let's look for CEOs in Cyprus, okay? Let's choose Cyprus. I'm going to choose the whole fucking island because this is a tiny island, by the way. Then let's see relationship. How is this legal? What are you talking about? I want people who are second degree connections. Second degree connections are people who are actually not connected with me, but they connected with someone who I'm connected with, okay? So we got something in common, someone in common. First degree connections doesn't make sense because they already connected with you. So we'll choose second degree connections. And again, I'm not gonna go super in detail here, in detail into that, but what I want you guys to see is that there's so many ways that you can find your ideal clients here that it's crazy. Now, profile language, okay, let's choose English. Oops, not Portuguese. English and Spanish, maybe, because if I find someone who speaks Spanish, say, hey, I speak Espanol as well, and we're gonna have something in common. So English and Spanish. Now, the first name, we don't really care about the first name unless you're very fancy about who you work with, which would be very stupid, but we're gonna leave that one empty. Industry. Okay, so for example, I would like to find people who work in professional, let's say financial services, because I'm gonna pretend that I'm targeting companies that provide financial services, especially the CEOs, okay? Click on here. As you see, there's only 21, which is like a very shitty result, but remember, I'm targeting Cyprus. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna add something else here. I'm gonna put not only Cyprus, but also New York metropolitan area, okay? Just for the sake of the example, so we get a little a better list. Now, for example, seniority level, we could say that they may be owners, CXOs, vice presidents, partners, directors, managers, senior. I'll leave this one blank because I want to get all of them. Okay, so I'm not gonna get anything out. Function, title. Okay, title. So here, financial consultant. Let's say we can leave that in blank because I don't care. Like anyone that's in this industry, it would help as long as they are CEO, because that's what they have in the profile. Years of experience. Let's say that you want to target people who have been CEO for the last year, maybe for the last, let's say for the last 3 to 5 years, right? Like from 0 to 5 years. So you would select this here. So you got 48 results. I'm gonna just leave it here. You get the point, okay? Now we got a search that contains 48 people, and out of these 48 people, only 14 posted on LinkedIn in the last 30 days. Now, this is an example that it's very limited because I've been really picky with my criteria, but all now I have here is these people that match the criteria that I have for my clients. So, and then you can save this search. Now, for example, if we look at save the search, now I've got like these 4 searches here. And what I do is every time that I'm finding new clients, I pick one of the searches and I go and find them. It's so good, says. Awesome, man. Awesome, Jesse. You always love my stuff. I love you, man. Cool. Let's go back to the presentation. Sales Navigator, any question? Now it's the time. Come on, guys. I'll still answer the questions if I move on to the next point, okay? Now is the time to influence people, which is one of my favorite parts, influencing people. We're not trying, again, to influencing people in a bad way. This is about getting people through the know, like, and trust fast, okay? Because as long as they know you, they like you, and they trust you, they will be ready to buy from you if you have shit that it's relevant for them. Okay, Lisa is asking the million-dollar question. Is LinkedIn a better platform to find clients rather than Facebook, etc.? No, it doesn't necessarily need to be better. It's different. Every platform has its audience, and you need to understand where your clients are online. They might be writing blogs, they might be watching YouTube videos or creating YouTube videos, they might be on Instagram, they might be on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a platform that gives you a lot of tools to do business because it's a business platform. That doesn't mean that it is the best and the only platform for any kind of niche. Any kind of niche is going to have their own particular audience. Their own particular preferred platform. Facebook is great as well to find your clients, especially because it's got the groups, and the groups are really useful. But today it's not about Facebook, today it's about LinkedIn. Lisa, I'll be happy to answer if you have more specific questions, or if you want to drop like who's your niche, I would be able to give you like a pointer. But LinkedIn is not better or worse, it's different. It just has tools that other platforms don't have because it's a business platform. And Alex saying, is it best to send every other a message when you ask to connect with them? Man, that's a great question. Don't worry, I'll give you the exact chat sequence that I use, and you'll understand. And yes, it's better. It's better. Don't spam people. Don't send bulk connection requests, because people will know that you don't care. And as they say, people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So by sending a personalized message, you will show them that you care, or at least that you've been looking at their profile, right? Now, influencing your audience. Now, we use in our Unstoppables members group, we use what I call the 6-figure method organic content marketing strategy, and this name couldn't be any longer, to influence a big audience with minimum effort. That means if you have an audience on LinkedIn, you have an audience of millions of people, okay? It's unlimited. You can have 30,000 connections, but when it comes to followers and people seeing your stuff, it's almost unlimited. If you need to jump on one call with every one of them every time that you need to influence them or let them know what you do, it's going to be freaking exhausting, I promise. So what you do is you understand how to create content, how to get eyes on your content, and how to make sure that when these people see your content, they understand who you are, so they go through the know, like, and trust factor fast. Now, Michelle Sizzler, sorry, I can't pronounce that. She says, Carlos, I'm all in, 10 years on an inactive LinkedIn. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be epic. Michelle, stick to the end, because if you download what I'm gonna give you, I promise, you're gonna take your LinkedIn game to the next level. Donna says, my account is really new. Before I can do anything, it is asking me to extend my network. How do I find relevant people? Let me see if I can read to connect to, rather than connecting with random people. It suggests. Yeah, so one of the things that you can do, Donna, is, for example, share your LinkedIn handle here in the group and ask everyone, if you connected, please send me a request, because LinkedIn is not going to allow you to add a lot of people right away if you have very few people, because it finds it spammy. So you need to keep increasing your audience slowly. Now, it's not going to allow to do everything, but you can keep adding 3, 4, 5 people every day. And when you have 1,000 people, you can add about the maximum that I recommend is 50 people a day, 50 connection requests a day. So yeah, look, we'll connect. We'll connect on LinkedIn if we're not connected yet, and I'll give you some pointers. Now, when it comes to influencing, there is two types of content. Okay, authority content, which is the content that's going to help your audience understand that you're the authority, and is the content that you're going to be creating to solve problems. This would be like a really good piece of authority content, because I'm sharing with you guys what I've learned over the years and the results that I got. I've been talking about some testimonials, and I'm gonna give away at the end of the presentation the whole thing that I'm showing you here. So this would be a great example. Now, do you need to spend like 2 hours in front of a freaking camera to deliver this content? No, you can write something that's gonna help your audience solve some problems or understand that you're the authority because you got great testimonials, and you give them something that you are a master at, right? Let me know if you don't know, if let me know if this is not clear. This is important, but not the most important. I would say that the most important pieces of the content, the one that's gonna drive your audience through the know, like, and trust factors faster, is the bonding content. I call it bonding because what it's helping you do is building bonds with your audience, like emotional bonds, like relationships. People will connect at an emotional level when you start sharing your journey. You talk about your experiences, you talk about your past. And if you look at my content on Facebook, on LinkedIn, you will see that I talk all the time about my experiences, my life, things. I was talking about my fancy glasses on my latest post because people wonder about that. And when I talk about my personal life, I become a human. And people connect with other people. People build relationships with other human beings. And you want to be one of those. So share your milestones, your achievements, your progress, the events that you go, the things that happen in your life. And most importantly, guys, be willing to be vulnerable. If you are all day taking selfies in front of jets and by the pool and all this stuff, people know that this is bullshit. Because no one's life's perfect. If you pretend that your life is perfect, you know it all, and you're crushing it in your business, you have no problems, fuck, they're not gonna believe you. Man, I struggle with my business. I struggle with life. I struggle with with girlfriend sometimes. Well, all the times actually. But the thing is that I'm a happy person. I'm sharing. I'm not faking. I'm just showing who I am. I try to be original and authentic because it's too much work to be someone else and to be otherwise. And I share the good and the bad stuff. And when I share the bad stuff, and you're willing to be vulnerable, people can see it, and people connect with you because they also struggle. They also go through ups and downs. Now, Ben saying, if you're changing industry from something totally different, would you start a new link? No, man, don't start a new LinkedIn account. Just change the content. Start shifting your audience. Unless you have thousands of followers that they really know you for who you are, and you have like, I don't know, like a lot of people in your connections, and they all fall into a different niche. Having multiple accounts is a pain in the ass. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, like focus is king. Like focus on one thing, one profile, one niche, one product or service. And in your case, man, reach out to me, and I'm happy to have a quick chat with you. By the way, we haven't talked for like forever, brother. So let's jump on a quick call one day and see if I can give you a hand. Now, since I don't see questions about the content shit, I believe that everyone's cool with that. So Jesse says, is there a way you share the bad stuff whilst still adding value? Is it usually a story of overcoming? Man, you're asking good questions. Yes, if you start crying all day on camera and complaining about the things that don't go well, I promise you will push people away faster than light speed. What do you want to do? When every time that I share something that I've been struggling with, a problem, a weakness of myself, I always do it from a place of recovery, from a place of growth and overcoming, okay? So I'll say, fuck, this is what happened to me. This is the shit that I went through. And thank God, after that, I learned this lesson and I overcame this. And if you're going through the same stuff, do this or do that. You want to add always value, and you always want to share your journey or your weaknesses from a place of growth, from a place of learning. You've learned a lesson. Because let me tell you, man, if you have problems, if you go through shit and you don't learn lessons, you got a big problem. You're going to learn. And the biggest blessings in your life are all the problems and the shit that you have to go through. Because if you understand how to learn from that, they are the biggest lesson that you can get in life. So I hope that that answers the question, brother. Next one. I'm going to share with you these, guys, and these are trust building video topics. And when you know about video content is one of the most important pieces of content that you put out there, you can expect very little engagement because people don't engage as much as they engage with written content or photos. But it's the content that's going to help you build the most trust because people can see you, can feel you, can hear you. And that's super important. And what I'm going to share with you, it's 10 video topics that are actually, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here because you can get access to this document anyway at the end of the presentation. I'm gonna share the video topics and also the HYPE framework, which is the exact same framework that I use to write the scripts of my videos and to shoot them and then edit them. And it works like a treat, okay? The original system, it's called Hilda. It's from Ken Okazaki, who is a video maker who works for Tony Robbins. He works for Gary Vee and all these people. And what I did is I did a few tricks to this system just to match what I'm doing with my videos. And this is the name that I gave it. Again, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time going through that. You have the 10 video trust building topics here, which I'm not going to read, but they all personal. But this one, which is what is the number one tip that I give to my clients. And when you start sharing these topics and you share it with this format here, what you're going to be building with people is a lot of trust and a lot of connection. Because, for example, one of the most successful video topics, videos that I share was one that I was talking about my favorite quote from one of my favorite authors. This quote is from Wayne Dyer, and it says, "Don't die with your music still inside." And it talks about these people that they go through life and they don't enjoy life. They don't do things that they love, and they die without being able to express themselves as well as they could. And I shoot this video, which you can find in my LinkedIn profile. And this is the reactions. I call that the secret stalker video effect, okay? Because this guy, I had no idea who he was, but he watched the video, he sent me a connection request, and then I sent him a message and I said, "Hey, Roberto, thanks for the connection request. Curious to ask what made you reach out?" And then he went, "Hey, Carlos, a friend shared a few days ago your video, 'Do Not Die with Your Music Still in You.' And I found it very motivating and engaging. You are the type of people, entrepreneur, I like to be in touch." So this is the effect that this kind of videos have on a complete stranger. Now imagine what's the effect that these kind of videos are going to have on someone who is already connected with you and already knows you. So don't take, and again, it's not business stuff, it's just personal topics. You don't need to be posting about business all the time. Let's move on. I don't see many questions here. We got Palomita. Hola, Palomita. Cool. Yeah, okay. Cool. Next one. Converts. Converting your audience is super important, but I promise, guys, if you got a cool brand, if you have the right audience and you are doing a good job at influencing them, creating content, shooting videos, working with clients, sharing testimonials, problem solving, bonding content, converting people is going to be piece easy. Piece easy. Why? Because you don't need to push your products because people want to buy. It's so simple. Now, Donna says, "No question. Too busy updating my LinkedIn." Okay, Donna, hang on. don't just pay. You can pay attention now, because at the end I'll be sharing this with you, and you can download it, and you're gonna have like 3 times more video content and stuff to watch. So when it comes to converting people, of course, unless you learn how to convert your clients, it's gonna be really hard to make any money. You'll be a broke influencer. There's many on Instagram. You don't need to go into LinkedIn for that. Now, this is not something that I'm going to explain here, because this is how you set up your coaching business. This is something that I train my clients on, and it is understanding how to promise results and give your clients an irresistible offer. And to give you an example, and this is not a sales pitch here. I don't want to make this sound as I'm trying to sell you something. But for example, the promise in my programs, we got basically 2 different programs. One is the lower entry program. Clients signing up, they make $10,000 in the next 3 months, in the first 3 months, or I'll work for free until they make this money. And this is the promise, and this is the irresistible offer, because you want to show people commitment. You want to give them certainty. People will buy when they're certain that you can help. How do you give them absolute certainty? You promise them results, and you give them an irresistible offer. And people promise a lot of shit, but unless you commit and you show them your commitment, they're not going to believe you. And I put all this in written format, because how many coaches helping coaches are out there? How many make $10,000 months out of that? How many make 6 figures? But how many people promise a money back guarantee? How many people give you warranties about you're gonna get these results? So this is the promise for my lower entry clients. The higher entry clients, that they sign up for the mastermind, which is called Boardroom, they get the promise that they're gonna make $100,000 in a year, or I will be working with them for free until they do it. So it's a risk free. I'm gonna be fucking working with them for free. And trust me, I don't wanna work for free. So I'm gonna work my ass off so everyone gets the results. This is gonna change your business forever if you implement this stuff, I promise. Because people will not buy if they're not certain that you can help, or they can help, or they can get the results. Now, here is when the chat sequence takes place. So I'm gonna show you this chat sequence. And again, I'm not gonna go super in depth into it, but it's again, I'm talking about myself, and then you will get a similar chat sequence to the one I'm using, because I'm also improving this chat sequence as I grow, as I adjust it to my niche. And you want to keep testing if it works, if it doesn't, and you want to keep adjusting it to get it better all the time. So at the end of the presentation, guys, no worries. If you follow the simple steps that I'm gonna share with you, you'll get access to that. It comes with the video explaining how it works. So basically, you would have an intro message, which is the one that you send to your to these people that you're actually sending a connection request to, so they know that you've been looking at their profile. And when someone sends you a connection request, I also send them a message. 24 hours later, you want to send them another message to follow up. And here is like a soft pitch. It is not a pitch, it's offering some help. And again, I'm not reading that, because you can read that on your own. And then basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow up for an entire month with people, because some people, they just don't really read the messages, or they just ignore them, or they bombard it with messages and they don't really see them. So you need to follow up. Now, in my case, and in the case of my Boardroom clients, we all have a VA or several VAs that they actually have their chat sequence, and they implement that. And when there is someone who's interested, now you take over, because you need to have these conversations. So this is the chat sequence that I started using, and of course now I've been changing it slightly, but it's going to give you a solid foundation on how to create your own one, and it's all explained in the training. No questions so far. Great. Now, results. As I said before, guys, or if you have a question, please drop it here. As I said before, results are very important, but you need to focus on your client results. One of the biggest mistakes that I made in my business, it was to focus on my real results, on my own results. When I started my coaching business on Facebook, in 2 months, I made $40,000, and I was blown away because that was the money that I was making in 1 year in corporate. So Jesse is saying, was Zoom or phone chat there? What do you prefer? Yeah, good question. When I started my business, I was doing only phone calls. I didn't want to have a face-to-face. Now I'm only doing Zoom. If someone doesn't have time to do a Zoom or they're not in a cool place to do a Zoom, I just postpone the call because I like to build this relationship. I like to build the connection with the other human being. Because remember, they're not meat. They're not something that you're just fishing from somewhere. They're real people. People with problems, people with desires, people with fears, exactly like you. They're struggling with something. They have problems. They're battling inside their head with their own shit. So I like to connect and build these relationships, and this is why I only do Zoom calls. With video, absolutely. Yeah, the only reason I do Zoom is because I want to see their faces, and I want them to see mine, and I want to build the connection. Because some of these people, they might not be ready to. I would say that 50% of the people that I talk to, they don't qualify or they don't buy. That's cool, because most of them become friends or become connections that they will be adding something to my network in the future, or I'll be adding to the network, and some of them will become clients in the future. Jesse, I'm psychologically there or for genuine connection? I think I answered this question. I think I answered that already. So results. Yeah, what I was saying is that I made $40,000 in 2 months, and then I'm like, yeah, now I need to make more money. I need to make more money. I started focusing on my own results. I started trying to close sales instead of helping people, and then I was getting no results. And the thing is that when you focus on your client results, you'll be making money your own as well. You'll be getting your own results, but you need to make sure that your results become a byproduct of your hard work, not the focus of your work, but a byproduct. And you need to make sure that your clients get results, because otherwise you're not going to be able to scale your business. How many people can you scam? How many people can you sell something that doesn't work? Just a few, just so many. You're really wanting them to get results, because a happy client is going to bring more clients, and results from your clients are going to bring more clients. And to be honest, guys, you know what makes me the most happy of my business? When a client sends me a text. I got a message the other day from someone who made I think it was in 15 days, $20,000. Which it's fucking amazing. So these things make me super happy. I celebrate my clients' wins. I don't necessarily tell them, but it made me really happy, because you're changing their life, and it's actually really cool. That's why you do what you do. And this will allow you to scale your business, because more people will want the same results. So this is the organic 6-figure method. This is the organic same method that I've been using on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. Now, chat sequences on Facebook are different. Everything on every platform has a different algorithm. So you need to understand the platform to understand how to brand yourself, how to find your audience, how to write content, and how to put content that is optimized for the platform, and how to convert them. Here, it's pretty much the same as in every platform. But for example, on LinkedIn, you would have triage calls, whereas on Facebook, you might not. Like there's more than one way to skin a cat. Whoever invented this quote, he was fucked up. And then the results. Like this is taking outside the algorithm and the particularities of any platform. This is a evergreen system, because it works because of human behavior and the way we understand things. It is about understanding the 6 principles of human. 6 principles of influence, which is something which is naturally embedded in human beings. So it doesn't depend on algorithms and doesn't depend on anything. So the basic concepts are all the same. And now, guys, once you get these 5 steps, well oiled and working together, what you're gonna see is something that I call the snowball effect, which is the sweet spot where you see that all of a sudden you start getting more and more calls. All of a sudden you start getting more and more results. Your clients are getting more and more results, and you start scaling up. You need to increase your prices because more people want to work with you. And in my case, I've never stopped increasing my prices or scaling my business, because it gets to the point that your business keeps growing and growing and growing and growing, and you start to being able to detach yourself and remove yourself from your business. Not remove yourself completely, but focus on your genius zone, which is something that I'm working these days with my clients. Doing the things that are going to help you the most to grow your business and going to make you enjoy the most as well. It's a beautiful place to be. And I promise, if you keep pursuing and if you keep working and implementing these 5 steps relentlessly, I promise you'll get there. So thank you, guys. And now I'm going to wait for a few seconds because I know that it takes a little while for you to see what I say. But now here's what I'm going to ask you now. If you're watching this in the Unstoppables, of course, you're part of the group. I'm running free challenges. This would be more for people in LinkedIn or on YouTube. If you're not on the Unstoppables group, using this link, you can join. And this presentation that I've been going through, this is what I'm going to share with you guys. And Carlos at LinkedIn, this is my profile on LinkedIn, which, by the way, the link is above this video. It's in the copy. And this is my deal here, okay? Remember when I was talking to you about testimonials and about this part of the profile where you have recommendations? What I'm going to ask you guys here, if you want me to send you this stuff, add me on LinkedIn if we're not friends yet. And the only thing that I'm going to ask you, and this is something that you can do with your clients, with your pro bonos, is to leave me a genuine recommendation on my profile. I'll show you how it looks like. You don't have to do that, but it would be really nice. I would really appreciate it. You can go to my profile. And again, this needs to be genuine. I don't want to see anything that it's not authentic, that it's not exactly what you've experienced, because it needs to be authentic. And what you do is you drop here a recommendation. And now, 2 pending recommendations. Holy fuck, I didn't realize. So these people are leaving me recommendations. So when other people jump on my profile, if you're serious about building your LinkedIn profile, you want to have recommendations. And when someone leaves you a meaningful recommendation like that and other people see it, it's social proof. It's very powerful. I mean, it's better to have client results, but this works really well as well. So jump on my profile, leave me a recommendation, shoot me a message, let's connect, and I'll share with you the entire presentation. And let me go back to StreamYard. And hopefully, if you start implementing this stuff, you'll get results very soon. I promise, guys. You can get results as fast as you want if you keep implementing that. Reaching out to people, creating content, and having a promise that and an irresistible offer that your audience are dying to get into. I'm totally on this. Cool, guys. So I'm going to wait for a few minutes. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I'll wait 3 more minutes. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks for watching. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, by the way. It's awesome. It's Friday night for me. I don't know what time it is for you guys. But thanks for making the time. Thanks for watching. And yeah, look, if there's any question that you want to ask, now it's the time, or feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Be aware that if you reach out to me on LinkedIn, it might take a while to reply because I'm super busy, and I don't give free advice to anyone outside of these trainings because I don't believe in free advice. But I just wanted to add some value, both for my LinkedIn connections, YouTube followers, and the people in the Unstoppables mostly, because you guys are family. So this has been awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, everyone, for watching. By the way, if you watch this on replay, type replay. I forgot to say that before. And the same applies for everyone. Reach out to me on LinkedIn, send me a message, write me a recommendation, give me, endorse me with some stuff, and I'll share with you the presentation. Okay, guys? Oh, okay, question. For someone who hasn't got many certifications or anything, is that gonna look less desirable on LinkedIn? No, man, you don't need certifications for that. Like, I got my degree in engineering when I was 18, and it didn't serve me for anything. Results are more important than certifications. So no, man, it's not gonna look bad. Like, have there whatever you have. Talk about your experience, talk about your achievements, and it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Put whatever you have, because you are enough, and you don't need a bunch of certifications to be able to help people. And I know that you're helping people. I know you're creating amazing content. Use this stuff, brother, to build authority and to create your brand. Awesome, Jesse, you're crushing it, man. So if there is no more questions, I'm gonna wrap it up. If there is more questions, tag me in the comments so I see it, so I can come back and answer them. And let's crush the LinkedIn game, guys. All right, have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you in the next live. Oh, let me do this cool thing that I usually do. Look at that, look at that. Okay, bye.